It's a birthday request. Okay, so first I want to introduce some basic conceptions for the finance. This is the present value. I think you have learned stuff. And there's the question in your textbook 96 and 97. Turn page 96 and 97. There's a question. Number 2. Chapter 28. Discussion questions. Number 2. Suppose you alone know the Bank of Canada is going to engage in policies that will raise interest rates sharply. Okay, only you know the interest rate will increase sharply. Okay, only. Only you know this stuff. So the question is, how might you make a profit? Through purchase or sell the bonds. Buy and sell the bond. How do we make profit? Make profit on this behavior through the information, the exclusive information, the increase interest rate. Okay, so we're gonna talk about some present value and future value stuff through this example. Okay. First, about the present value. The fundamental conception is $1 today won't equal to $1 tomorrow. And equal to $1, yes. When we mention the amount, the first question may what's the specific date of this amount? And Marshall have introduced how to calculate the present value of a bond in the notes by constructing a timeline. Okay, remember, check the notes and suppose there's a bond. This is now one period. In 2 periods, 3 periods, 4 periods. Okay, there's a bond. And there's a term called yield to maturity. This is very important for you to go forward in business work. You must learn this stuff in corporate finance and financial accounting. So I give you a detailed instruction on this conception. Okay. And suppose after 4 years, okay, in 4 years, you're going to receive $900. And every year, the bond will pay you $100. And I tell you the interest rate, okay, the risk-free interest rate is 5%. So my question is, what is the present price of this bond? Okay, so we're going to find out the present price of bond. Okay, here we can now use the 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 900. And got 1200 as the price of bond. Since these four figures under different four times. Yeah, this is in 4 years, this is in 3 years, this is in 2 years, this is. And we know actually, 50 years ago, we can use $300 to rent a big apartment in downtown. And now we can. So the future value must be discounted. Must be discounted. Okay. So the $100 in 1 year equals to the present value of this amount is 100 over 1 plus 5%. This is the present value of the $100 in 1 year. This is, please note, 5% is the interest rate. Okay. For this term, $100 in 2 years, the present value is $100 over 1 plus 5% exposure. This is the present value of $100 in 2 years. And the free interest rate is 5%. And for this stuff, $100 in 3 years. And 900 in 4 years. So this is the present value of the bond. And this is the price of the bond, since we wish to play this less than this amount to buy the bond in order to get a positive profit in the end. This is what we can get in 4 years. So this figure must be smaller than 1200. Since we discount 100 over 1.05, so this figure must be smaller than 100. Smaller than 100, smaller than 100, smaller than 900. So the total amount should be smaller than 1200. We cannot simply add these four figures, since they're under different times, different periods. So in our example, we know the interest rate will increase soon. And this is an exclusive information. If the interest rate increases from 5% to 8%, we estimate how the current prices of bond will change.
Will decrease.
Will decrease.
Yeah.
Since if the interest rate increases to 8%, we have to replace 8% here. Okay, this is 8%. Therefore, the total value of this bond will decrease. Okay, so the price of bond will decrease. So this is inclusive information. So the right behavior now is, suppose the bond here is, the current price of bond is $100 now, okay, under the 5% interest rate. Okay, under 5% interest rate. If the interest rate increases to 8%, the price will fall to $80. But this is the $100 is the current market price for the bond. So the right